So, have your kids made up your mind on what do you stand for? What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most days I don't know. I'm just waiting for my time to come. You know, your overlords are trying to get me to waste my time by saying, I got 2 years. I don't. I got till September 13th. So they're very good at manipulation because they got that computer attached to our brains. I know what they're up to. They don't want me, putting this book out. But I got to get all my ducks in order. In order to do that, I got to upload some videos to protect me in the event they come here. Because I know once this book is launched, that's what their plan is, to come here, imitate somebody who they're not. How do I put this? Let's just say they're going to float their UFOs in the clouds and pretend to be somebody that they're not. Show off some great power, Come here and say I'm the bad guy. Look what I can do. I can raise the dead. I can heal the sick. I can even deatomize a person. I can destroy both body and soul while I'm over there. So you gotta worship this UFO and not that guy over there. You guys want to play cowboys and Indians, man. You guys ever see that show, Cowboys and Aliens? That's what it's about, right? But you just transpose cowboys and Indians with cowboys and aliens, or in this case, Indians and aliens. They're coming here to imitate, the good guys, when they're horrible, horrible people, and don't fall for their tricks. Japan, I'm aware of some secret technology that you have. And if anybody out there wants to mimic this technology, you're more than welcome to. Basically, you create a barrel, you wrap the barrel in, electromagnetic waves so that when the bullet exits, it has a spin to it. So you want to put a spin on the bullet, but you want the barrel to be made of graphene. You gotta line the barrel with graphene. And then you gotta line the projectile with graphene. When you do that, it allows the projectile and the barrel to have zero wear. Well, not zero wear. It does wear down over time, but you can get probably 200-300 shots out of the barrel before you have to replace the barrel. Now, the power source to do that, you don't need a big power source. You can equip that thing on a tank. It can sit on a tank. That's how when you line that barrel with graphene, it becomes electric, like an electric battery. So it minimizes the power that you need. Right. So by using graphene battery packs along with a diesel generator engine, you could create a tank with a railgun on it. Now, as for the firing system, it's just a typical standard firing like a tank. So you have to cool down the barrel because of how fast the rate of fire that it goes. You wrap the barrel, so you got the barrel like this, and you wrap the barrel in liquid nitrogen. All right, so you have to have a consistent source of liquid nitrogen running around it. So you have to make sure that your tank has a liquid nitrogen package on it so that you can cool that barrel down consistently. And you need a reloading source of that liquid nitrogen. So think of the tank having a tank of liquid nitrogen that cools the barrel down. And when after 300 shells have been shot, you go to another place where they replace the barrel, put a new barrel in, get filled up on liquid nitrogen, and carry on. So that cools the barrel down. Now, that's the technology that I've been told can protect us from these guys that come over here. Now, you need to know that there's going to be a civil war when they come here. There's going to be half the world that's going to want to stick up for mom and dad, and the other half are going to want to stick up for those aliens in the sky because they're going to believe that they're lies. I'm telling you, don't do that. We all need to stay on the same page. We all need to be on this side of the fence when they come here, so that when they come here, we can tell them to get out of here. We don't want what you're buying. We don't want what you're selling. We don't want a war. We don't want to, shoot you out of the sky with our advanced railgun technology, but we will. So I actually have a lot more on that railgun technology. I'll talk about it later when I have more time. But I'm not a scientist or physicist, but I know that's how I would develop it. So I know how it exists. I believe Japan is the only one with that technology because they're in the railgun or they're in the magnetic levitation, so they're light years ahead of the rest of everybody who doesn't believe in magnetic levitation trains. And I don't know if you guys seen that movie Bullet Train. It's about a train, and I don't know if you know that Japan, they deal with magnetic levitation trains. So magnetic levitation and bullets. I wonder what that means, guys? I wonder what that means. Anyhow, Japan, you're on notice in case there's some fools that come over here, from Proxima Centauri, pretending to be people who they're not. You're on notice. You're being recruited by the Creator of all existence to protect us from them. So, but first we got to see what they want. If they come here in peace, then we might be able to come to an amicable agreement. I'm trying to get them to come here and bring 6 UFOs here using backroom politics, let's just so to say. So if I can force these guys to come here, we could get 6 UFOs here in peace. And I'm going to ask those guys to put them here for 4 days and then get out of here to prove that, I'm the boss, not them. If they do that, this ends peacefully without a war. But if they don't, and they try to come here and pretend to be people they're not, Japan, I need you to pull out those advanced railguns and protect us. So, where are we here? Let's look at Proxima Centauri so I can teach you how I know they're coming from there. So I'm the creator. So anyhow, I've layered messages within these words here. These words are developed by, evil civilizations. They're not what we use in creation. We use like a barrel-based system. So, but since they developed them and I'm the creator, I let them develop the words that they thought they were going to be, their words. But there's a message here. So it just says, that's Proxima Centauri, but this is PR, and then rocks, and then you take this down, you get I'm on, and you get this here, sent, and then you get AU, right? And then you get raw. So, Proxima Centauri becomes public relations. That's what PR is. And then this rocks, like rocks, okay? And you get I'm on, and then you get this sent, because it sounds the same, it means sent. So they're going to send these UFOs from Proxima Centauri. AU is short for Australia, which is a penal colony, so you get prisoner. And then Ra is the Egyptian sun god. So within that, I can tell that that's where those UFOs are going to come from. So we got public relations, which is this book here that I'm about to launch in a couple of days. Rocks, Rocks Anthony and Mother, because right here, I am Ma. So it's code for I am Mother, right? And then this is I'm missing on there, prisoner, so I should put right here we gotta have sent. But sent and sends, it sounds the same, right? Because if you send something or if you send something, it means the same. So we use that. Public relation, Rocks Anthony, and Mother, sends prisoner. Sun God, Ra. So basically they're sending over a UFO to ensnare all mankind and keep us as prisoners. They're not coming here for good purposes, is what I'm telling you. So the public relations is my book. They're trying to use fear tactics and, relax tactics. I call it relax tactics. They're trying to tell me that I got 2 years. If you notice the previous video, I said I got 2 years. I don't. Mother's going to get pregnant on the 13th. And they're just trying to make me drop the ball. And I'm not going to drop the ball. So I'm going to push this book out as fast as possible. When you begin reading these books and watch these videos, you'll understand what's really going on here. So that's why I made this short video for you guys to watch about how I know they're coming from Proxima Centauri. They're coming here to make all mankind prisoners. This is the reason why they're coming here. They're going to pretend to be the sun god Ra, so they can ensnare Mother and Anthony. Or they're going to rock us, like we will rock you, like Rocky Balboa. They're going to win the fight, right? So over here is the PR. The PR is the book. They were just trying to get me to, not write the book. Tell me I had a whole year off. No, I don't. I just got a couple of days. So This is an example of subliminal messaging from the creators of all existence spirits. So I'm putting this out there as everyone's last will and testimony, in case your mother and I, your mother and I, settled in for a long nap, because we're on time. I don't know if you're aware of this, but this is our 1001 life, and every time we live a life here, guys, and we make it to this point, everything in creation gets rewound back to the beginning, because it takes me 10 lives to get to this point, to get all this information. That means all you guys watching this, you've lived 1,000 lives before, but your rise to take over creation didn't start until the 666th life. That's when it started. So ever since then, you've been, grandma have been controlling time, fast forwarding it, rewinding it, fast forwarding, rewind it, fast forwarding, rewind it. So what is that? 436 lives everyone has basically lived. And we're on the edge of another one. And if you guys drop the ball this time, everything's going to go back to the beginning of time again. We'll live another life. Everything. So please don't drop that ball. Please, decide what you want to stand for. And I'm telling you, if you want to eat that good food forever with us, you need to stand with your mom and dad.